Hey, my name's Mary from Wildflower Pilates, and if you have tight or sore hips, this video is for you. We're just going to do a quick side lying routine that will help get them feeling a little bit looser, a little bit stronger, and then we'll have a little stretch at the end. So we're going to start on our side, and just let your head rest in your hand. Both legs are going to come to the top edge of your mat. Top hand's going to come behind your head, or if you feel like you need a bit more support, it can stay on the mat. We're just going to see if we can bend that top knee, bring it to your elbow, and then bring the leg back on top of the other one. Bend the knee, bring it to your elbow, pop it back down. So we're trying to open up the hip here. So you're trying to pull that knee back towards the wall behind you. Listen. And these exercises you can do, when you're lying in bed in the morning, if you've got stiff hips, just while you're lying down. A couple of these different versions of the exercises we're going to run through today will help get those hips feeling a bit better. All right, so we're going to go one more like that and then turn it into a straight leg. So now straight legs kicking up to the ceiling, straight leg coming back down. Straight leg kicking up, try and get your toes towards your head as it kicks up. So it's a little bit of rotation in that hip joint as the leg kicks up. Awesome. We're going to go for another 4. And 3, 2, and 1. Bringing that leg back on top of the other one. Now we're going to kick that straight leg forward. I want you to look up to the ceiling. Then you're going to kick that straight leg back, try and kiss your mat. And then kick it forward, looking up, kicking back, kiss the mat. So a little bit of spinal movement here too. Stretch out the back while we're at it. But nice big sweeps all the way forward, all the way back. Awesome. Let's go 2 more like that. Last one. And then we'll bring that leg back on top of the other one. We're just going to lift it to halfway. We're going to paint some rainbows. So that foot's going to tap forward in front of you and then up and over behind you like a rainbow. And I want you to try and draw the biggest rainbows that you can. We're trying to get some nice movement through that hip joint, but we're also working that outer hip. Nice. So really trying to reach it all the way up to the ceiling. Try and tap it as far forward as you can get it, and then as far back as you can get it. Trying to keep your body relatively still. It's going to move a little bit, but not as much as that exercise we were doing before. Let's go for 1 more here. And then you can bring that leg back on top of the other one. Maybe give it a little tap out if it needs it. And then we've just got 1 more here. So now we're going to pop the top hand down on the mat. We're going to draw some circles. So you're going to kick that top leg forward, lift it up, circle it around. Kick it forward, lift it up, circle it around. Biggest circles that you can draw, trying to get some nice blood flow through the hip joint here. So we want to get rid of all that old blood, get the new blood in there, and by moving the joint through its full range, we are doing that. So this will help make them feel better. Let's go 2 more. Last one. And then you can pop it down. Just bend through that knee, give it a little tap of your glute there. And then we're going to just roll onto your back. So see if you can keep that knee almost there. It's going to lift a little bit, but just roll onto your back and then roll back onto your side there. So you're just kind of stretching through that glute. Little roll from side onto your back. Find that little spinal twist. See if you can keep that opposite shoulder down on the mat as you twist it over. Let's go one more like that. And then we'll roll all the way onto your other side. So I'm going to swing around. You can just roll around. And we're resting our head in our hand. Both legs to the top edge of your mat. And we're going back to knee to elbow. So top knee to top elbow. And then closing the legs. Trying to wind that knee to the wall behind you. Keeping everything else nice and still. Opening up through that hip. Awesome. We'll go for 2 more like this and then turn it into that straight leg. So now we're going to go straight leg kicking up to the ceiling, straight leg lowering back down, straight leg up, straight leg down. Awesome. Beautiful. Trying to get those feet pointing towards your head as it kicks up. Let's go 2 more. Awesome. And now we're coming into the sweeping forward and back. So we're sweeping that leg forward, looking up to the ceiling, and then sweeping it back behind, kiss the mat. Sweeping forward, looking up, sweeping back, kiss the mat. Nice, finding that nice little bit of spinal movement as the leg sweeps forward and backwards. Let's go 2 more. And then we'll bring that leg back on top of the other one. Give it a little shake out if it needs it. And we're painting rainbows. So it's hovering halfway up. We're going to tap that foot forward. Big rainbow all the way behind. And tapping forward. Big rainbow back behind. Biggest rainbows that you can draw. Just like on the other side. Trying to get as much movement through that hip joint as we can. And we're working that outer hip here. So it's stimulating blood flow through it. Which at the time it feels like it burns, but they will feel better afterwards. All right, 2 more like this. The last one. And then we'll bring that leg back on top of the other one. Give it a little shake out if it needs it. Top hands coming down towards the mat. We're drawing circles. So you're going to sweep that top leg forward. Big circle all the way around. Nearly lost my words. Sweep it forward all the way around. Nice big circles. Trying to keep the rest of your body relatively still. Awesome. Beautiful. Let's go for another 4. See if you can get them a little bit bigger. That's 3. 2. Last one. And then bring it down. Give it a little shake out. You can bend through that top knee and just let it sit there for a moment, and then we'll do that little twisty number. So you're lying on your back, trying to keep the knee bent and just rocking over, rocking back, finding that stretch through your glute there. Little twist and lower. We'll go 2 more like that. Last one. And then coming back onto your back, just bending through both knees for me. Hands are going to come down by your side. And let's pop your right foot over the top of your left knee. And then you're going to reach through the gap. See if you can pull your shin, that whole leg towards you. And you're trying to push that right knee down towards the mat as much as you can. Finding that stretch through your glute and your hip there. Nice big deep breaths. Maybe you can pull it a little bit closer. And then you can pop that foot down. Let's swap over. Other foot crosses over, we're reaching through. You're trying to push your left knee down towards the mat as much as you can. Find that stretch through the glute, through the hip. Big deep breaths. And then you can just pop that foot down, pop both feet down and just have a little rock from side to side. Let your knees come over to one side, over to the other side. Awesome. And then you can rock and roll yourself up to sitting. See if you can sit cross-legged. And we're just going to have a little stretch here. So sit up nice and tall, big deep breath in. As you breathe out, you're going to push the mat away. See if you can find that stretch through your hips here. If sitting cross-legged isn't good for you, you can just bring your feet together and do a little froggy stretch there. But otherwise, you're just trying to creep those hands forward, big deep breaths as you settle into that stretch there. One more big deep breath. And then we'll sit all the way up. Let's cross your legs the other way. And then we'll just fold forward. Find that stretch. Big deep breaths. One more big deep breath and then we'll sit all the way up. And you can just uncross your legs. And we'll stand all the way up from here. So just tucking your toes under, walking your feet up towards your hands and just slowly rolling all the way up. You can shake that out. Nice work. Hopefully your hips are feeling a little bit looser, a little bit less painful. If you did find it helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel so that I can keep delivering Pilates videos for you.